Hey, my name is Kenny Johnston. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management here at GitLab. I'm going to do a walkthrough of a incident and alert and kind of more ops monitor focused tool that was recently pointed out to me. So let me share my screen. The tool is called Fyipe. I think I'm pronouncing it right, F-Y-I-P-E. I do consider them competitive. They're a part of, they're highly competitive with GitLab's capabilities in incident and alert management, including status page. This is my issue. Let's jump in. Okay, I've already created an account here, so you're gonna see me log in, but I created an account when I first found out about them. Okay, looks like it already logged me in. This is my account, yep, okay. So here I am. Looks like they're describing something. Let me make this a little bit bigger for those following at home. Looks like they're describing something called a component. Components are like containers that contain 5 resources. If you're trying to monitor a home page, then you create a container called home. Okay. How if you monitor any resource, and then I can invite my team. So like the two things are components and team members. Let's walk through like the team member invite. I've got myself. I'm gonna add another team member. Let's have this be a member. I'm gonna add Sarah, our awesome PM in the monitor stage. And I'm also going to add Kevin, who is our group manager in the ops section. Okay. I can play around with this too. Looks like their roles available are owner, administrator, member, viewer. I've got a team. It doesn't seem like there's any way for me to like group my team into individuals, but maybe that comes when I create components. So let's create a component. Let's just try homepage. And then I need to create monitors. So create a monitor. Monitor lets you monitor any resource, like create a new monitor. What are my types of monitors? Okay. So my monitor would be something like, let me think of a personal project I might have that I could instrument quickly. This is our example projects where I store a bunch of my sample projects. I wonder if this app is running right now. No. See if there are no environments. Okay, that one's not running. I don't think this one is running either. Let's just see if I can. Gonna see if I think I might have a personal website for presentations. Oops. Presentations.KenzieJohnston. Okay, maybe we can try this one. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to ask me to like instrument something. It's just giving me uptime status. So that's cool. It's immediately, I guess the SaaS application is monitoring that website for availability. That's cool. So I have monitors, instance logs, and security in this project. Maybe I should have renamed this project. Back to my dashboard. Got a project. Let's look at project settings. Okay, so the members are in the project. This is my, that was weird. What am I doing here? Just trying to type the letter N. But I think it's thinking I'm trying to do a new sub-project over here. It's a little bit of a bug. I can't write the letter N here. Project. Yeah, looks like that is a little bit of a bug. Oh, okay. Maybe this is where I should have started. Let me actually go back to components. I've got a component. It's my homepage. I've got homepage hits. I can view this monitor for this component. It's showing me current uptime stats, and now it's got response time. It knows that it's on SSL. That's cool. Okay, so it's already scraped some information. They ran a Lighthouse scan. What's Lighthouse? It's a developer tool from Google. That's cool. So it's as an integrated open source tool that has scanned my website. Has some logs. It's done probes from Europe and the United States. That's pretty cool. I like this kind of immediate insight and setup. I didn't have to do any instrumentation for my website. I can immediately set up external subscribers. You can also use on-call schedules. I can integrate with Teams or Slack. And then I can do a generic webhook integration. And I can delete, that's just for this monitor, not for the, what are the other kinds of monitors that I could add a new monitor? That's cool. So you can just set up a quick monitor and API for response. What kind of advanced options do I get? Oh, what kind of headers? That's cool. Okay. Oh, you can manually set the criteria for when something is degraded or down. It looks like if I hadn't have clicked advanced, it would have just given me some good defaults. That's great. Okay, that was API. Run a custom JavaScript. That's, I would imagine, is going to be run on a Fyipe server against your website or your URL. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. What did that do? Wait, sorry. You need to install an agent on your server. Click here for instructions. So this is the agent setup against the server. Okay, so I can do an npm install. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but that's good. So they have an agent that I could install on my project, and that would give me all this type of information for the infrastructure that this application is running on. Oh yeah, this drill into monitors is confusing to me, but so each component has multiple, this component is homepage, has multiple monitors. You can easily set up different external monitors as well as add a agent-based monitor. Looks like you need to like configure all of those when it's considered degraded and when it's not. What does this more do? Oh, that took me to this. Okay. Okay, so I have a component. I have seen some response as we're getting more data here. I was wondering if I could take down that site easily. Let's see. That site doesn't work. I thought I would have a link to. Presentations. Okay. Wonder if I could take this site down somewhere. I can't remember if it's built with pages. It is. Okay. Where are the pages settings? There you go. How is this deployed if it's not with pages? Oh, it uses Netlify. Sorry. All right, let's try that. Okay, so that's right. I had tried these out with Netlify. Probably not a really easy way to just, hey, turn my site off. Build and deploy. Can I just turn this off? Okay, let's see what Fyipe does now that, ooh, cool. Look at that. It even gave me a like in-browser pop-up for that there was an incident on my homepage. That's great. Let's check out that incident. Okay, so here's my incident. I'm on the homepage component. I've got an incident log. Here's my basic incident. Homepage hits is offline. All right, homepage hits offline. Incident's currently investigating by our team. That's the what's this description of? Oh, that's the status. Oh, cool. Okay, so maybe I can publish this somewhere. Incident was created because monitors have priorities high. Okay, so incident status is offline. I can acknowledge. Okay, so it's acknowledged. How do I like collaborate with my team on this? Monitor logs, okay. That's cool. It's showing me the monitors and alerts, incident timeline so far. The EU monitor said, hey, this is offline. I acknowledged it. Incident notes, maybe this is where I get to add investigation notes here. So this is, I think, really for the status page. We're looking into this. I think someone missed. I like this select value. Oh, investigating. And then I just hit enter. I like the not having to. Although I wonder what would happen if I wanted to hit return in that box itself. Oh, and I can add internal notes and external notes. Where's my I can delete the incident. So I add incidents. Still investigating. My internal note is, hey team, what's going on? I guess at this point, I probably should have had the Slack notification or a Slack integration set up, because I imagine most of your collaboration is going to happen there. What I'm wondering is, where can I see my external view of the status page? It's been acknowledged. I can look at, as in this incident, I can look at the monitors and the alerts that are related, and I can look at the timeline. Right? Oh, weird. Oh, it's saying I'm still. The ordering of that seems weird now. Maybe it's just these three are in a weird order. Okay. Yeah, I really wanted to see, where do I get? Got 2 alerts going on. What are incidents? Many of your team members had. I want to see where I could find the status page that's published. Okay, let's look at this again. Well, let's look at the docs, Fyipe, docs. That's right. I don't want the API docs. I just want the regular docs. Don't do that. I didn't want you to do that. I just want to be able to go to your website. It's forcing me to log in. Oh man. Okay. Maybe it's just somewhere in here that the project doesn't have the right settings. Integrations, no, not that. Email. I can have SMS templates and Twilio settings. That's cool. These are where my probes are. Look like I can change those. I don't know really why I would add Git credentials or Docker credentials. API keys. Billing, I can create alerts. I imagine that's through Twilio. Okay. Status pages. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to set up status page. Home page. Let's try that. And that makes sense because your status page might cover many components. Cool. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to add a monitor to this one. I'm going to do home page hits. Add both charts and save it. Okay, cool. Now, here's my status page. Perfect. Okay, and there should be an incident already going on. Okay, so all services are offline. That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but it already is showing me that. It's giving me hits and response time. My response time went up really high. Gives me my current uptime. Tells me about incidents. So homepage is offline. It says currently investigating. Our team is information pursuing. Resources affected. That's great. And it's giving me updates. Incident was acknowledged. We're looking into this. Think somebody must. Great. Okay, cool. So now we've got the status page integration. I just didn't know that I needed to do that. Not in components, but totally makes sense. Okay, so let's resolve that incident before we go back to do some other stuff. So we're gonna go back to Where was my website? Here we go. Okay, so it's back up. Let's see when this is going to come back. Still got instance going. I'm just wondering if it's going to say like, hey, we figured out that this page is back online. Let's add some notes. I think I fixed it. And then looking at this incident, still not responding. It was still a minute ago that it last pinged. So let's wait for them. Looks like they're pinging every 2 minutes or so. What I really want to see is if this resolves and how what it does when it when the monitor comes back to an online status, what the incident does, if it updates me like it did when the incident started. Ooh, interesting. What happened? I only now have one incident currently active. Let's go back to my incidents. What happened? It said I only had one. I only have one active. Something happened. Ooh, okay, yeah. So resolved by Fyipe a few seconds ago. Let's look at that incident. Okay, so this is the incident. It's the hits, which is the external one. It's resolved. Means something should have happened. Alert logs. Okay. I'm not seeing where this log is, but it makes sense. Instant timeline is saying, oh, we checked, it's online now. The US and Europe are both online. I added an internal note. We are now saying it's resolved. Unknown user, the incident has been resolved. Let's see what my status page says. Oh, cool. I didn't even hit refresh. All services are online. Huh. But the incident says it's resolved. It automatically fixed that for me. That's great. That was super cool experience. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna close these. So great connection to status page, nice clean status page that you can organize by components and then showcase what incidents. You could add like a little description, I think I remember, on each one of these monitors and components. Pretty cool, very straightforward. I like that. I like the concept of adding components and monitors. This is my project. That's my incident. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to look at on-call and schedule managements. Okay, on-call schedules. Call schedules let you connect your team members to specific monitors only on duty members. Okay, that makes sense. Create a new schedule. Okay, so I've got a schedule. It's got a description. I'm going to put both of these monitors on it. an escalation policy. Do I hit this first, or do I fill it out and do this? Okay. Alert members by email, SMS, and call. Call reminders. How many times do you want your team to be alerted by call if they do not respond? Okay. So 1 call, 2 SMS, 3 email. Add a team member. Oh, they haven't accepted yet. Okay. I bet I was wondering why Sarah and Kevin, who I'd added, weren't here. So I can save that. Oh, remove this one. Okay. Something about advanced on-call. Oh, I got to pay for. Don't tell me what I'm paying for, but I can understand I would have to pay for some like more advanced scheduling that would say maybe Kevin's on a certain time and I'm on another time. That would make sense. Okay, so I can do on-call schedules. And what are scheduled events? Show up on your doctors with your team or customers don't have any. Okay, so that would be like a planned maintenance, and it would show up on your status page and to your teams. Cool, makes sense. And then reports. That's great. Average resolve time, number of incidents. Oh, members who have resolved most incidents. That's interesting. And then the monitors with the most incidents. Cool, those make sense. Is very useful. Starting reports. Looks like they have consulting and services. Let's go back to, all this is in a specific project and you can organize members of that project and then put them on on-call schedules, define components and monitors that automatically create and resolve incidents, have a status page to communicate that to your team members. I think, let's go back to project settings. The thing that I'm missing in this, I just didn't set up, was some sort of Slack integration. Add new Fyipe instance as Google spreadsheet rows, as Trello cards, as Jira issues. Okay, so this is probably more. This is probably more what I was missing when I was like, how do I collaborate with my team members on the incidents? You would want to create issues, or in our case, like GitLab issues. You can choose to add resolved ones only, or create them when they're new. Makes sense. Let's look at settings, for instance. You can have default templates. You can have different priorities. Huh, cool. Let me go back to, oh, actually, let me stop sharing my screen. Yeah, so overall, I think a great tool, very well integrated, easy for me generally to set up without a lot of expertise. I can see how it would help teams quickly ramp up to creating this kind of holistic incident response capability, starting with very essential monitors, and you could build out more and more. Didn't seem like a lot of, I think there's an API, but I would wonder how much a team would struggle with the kind of UI configuration of all of those components. So that might be difficult. I imagine in the API, there's some way to kind of like bulk process and update and manage. Maybe that's what the Git integration is about, is that you could define a lot of that content in some Git repository, so you could kind of programmatically update your monitoring. Things I really liked was the kind of just responsiveness of the UI. It quickly gave me an insight. It quickly popped up in my browser that there was an incident, which recognizes that that tool should be your homepage, and you will like immediately get alerted to a new incident being created. I liked the smarts of creating and resolving, and I didn't have to do a lot of configuration to say like, here's the threshold for when you should create an incident or not. It did that for me by default, but I still had a kind of, if I wanted to, advanced option capability to configure those things. Really liked the just kind of immediate ease of use of the status page, that it gave me a status page immediately with what I thought was very reasonable for me to present to my customers. I didn't do the instrumentation, but the instrumentation setup with NPM looked fairly straightforward. I liked the API. Yeah, I didn't dive too much in the API because I wasn't using a web app, but I could see there being value to kind of like the synthetic testing of your API as monitors, which again makes sense. You would want to be able to say if there's this very common API call that you get a specific response rate from it as one of your monitors. Yeah, no like what you call it, like real user monitoring or anything like that yet, but I could see you could easily add those as new types of monitors. Overall, a great like kind of complete package tool that logically made sense how the different components fit together, to me at least. I wasn't looking through any docs, just kind of using the UI. So I think a lot of really interesting and cool capabilities as a single incident and alert management tool. So that's it. I'm going to post this recording. Thanks all. Take care.